Hey guys, how are ya? How are ya? How are ya? How are ya? Today we're going to talk about some reseller news. All right. I hope this is coming up. I don't see it on my pooch. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. That's why you can't see it, Poochie. Okay, guys. So I think. No, I got to go to my channel. Oh my God, this is hard work in the morning. How do you people do this? Okay. Come on in. Come on in. Everybody, gather around. Pooch is going to talk about all the fun stuff having to do with reseller world. What is this over here? Oh God, I have. So every winter I get this eczema stuff, and this winter, it's been crazy because it's jumped over to my lips. And you know what people immediately think when they look at your lips and go, you have what Betsy fondly calls the herp. So I do not have the herp. In fact, I have dermatitis of the lip. That's fun, huh? So I have medicine. And I have other stuff. Aquaphor, the lip. My doctor said immediate relief. Well, it's not my doctor. It's the guy at urgent care, the doctor at urgent care, because we're between doctors now. We don't get to go in until March. And we haven't had one in since October, I think. So it's been nuts. But a friend recommended I put Vaseline on my lips over the or she said just put it on, but my doctor said to put it on over the medicine. So, God, I'm hoping somebody joins me in here. If not, I'm going to have my big ass breakfast. Guys, today we're going to talk about. Say hello if you're here, everybody, if you come in. Today, I might share this. We're going to talk about reselling news. And part of this reselling news that I'm going to talk about is eBay. These sneaky shits that they are. They bought Depop. So, out of all the big platforms, Depop is probably the worst. So, um, yeah, Depop is bad. So, and I only say that because a lot of sellers who have been like their best sellers on Depop have moved. They've just quit. They've said it's not worth it. There's one, I wish I could remember his name. Let me see if I can find him. You go. No, no, no. No, no, no. Keep my cribbage instructions up. I just don't want to hear it. So this guy, I know I was on Poochie's pack. So let's go to Poochie's pack and look at my subscriptions because okay, I have. I'm trying to remember what his name is, but he left Depop and he was one of the top sellers on Depop. Vintage, vintage. Uh, I have a lot of people that I subscribe to on YouTube. Some of them I don't need to subscribe to anymore. Um, guys, seriously, this is taking forever. I know I will recognize him when I see his name. Maybe. Damn it. Okay, I don't know his name. I looked. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's on my other account. Anyway, he um, was one of the top sellers on Depop. He quit. Just, I'm out. So, um, what does that tell you about Depop? What I've heard about Depop and what I've learned about Depop is that okay, we're going to talk about Depop real quick, and then we're going to talk about eBay buying them. But it's really early in the morning for me, and I was up all night because I had my knee shots for arthritis yesterday, and it just hurt. So I was up all night, could not sleep. Even tried counting sheep. That's the old standard for me that works. Didn't work. So, hey, Beth, how are you? Everybody, make sure you subscribe to my friend Beth's channel and go to see her store. Beth, pop your store URL there and comment it, and I'll post it so people can go visit your store. She has fantastic um, uh, pre-owned women's plus size clothing at really cheap prices. And Betsy Bopsy loves her store. Okay, so there is a testimonial. You gotta have Bopsy do a testimonial for your store. Do a little testimonial because she's such a dick and people love her. Anyway, uh, so deep, my experience with Depop is that my first account got banned for absolutely no reason. And it's not like I had several things happen. I had one thing happen. And I it was that they said that my item was counterfeit. And I actually it's something I picked up at TJ Maxx on clearance. So I sent them the receipt. I sent them photos of the item. I sent uh, everything. And they still banned my account. And they were like, nope, permanent ban. There's no, we don't want to talk to you anymore. So I just went, well, Christ. So I immediately got another account up on there. We won't discuss how, but I got another account up on there. And the problem was all the listings were gone. So I had to relist all the listings, but I didn't. I decided not to. Um, I was just going to, uh, God, sorry, the ADHD is so bad to get. You guys, the coffee, I need more. So started the other store, didn't list everything, but we have over, let me look and see how many items we have in our Depop. Y'all, uh, on this account, I have 5-star reviews. I have 42 sold, and I have 2,041 listings. I sell literally 2 to 4 items a month. It is not even so. eBay has purchased them and probably got a really good deal because they're paying $2 billion, and Etsy bought them. I think in when did it say 2011? Mm, okay, 5 years ago, Etsy bought Depop for 1.6 billion. Now they just sold Depop to eBay for 1.2 million. So they lost almost $1 million. So what are they thinking? What is eBay thinking? eBay is thinking that they're going to, whenever one platform buys another platform, it's not good because then they can create a monopoly. We saw it when eBay bought PayPal, and then PayPal the payment for eBay, and people could back in the day, people could send money orders, checks. You just wait for the check to clear. They could do all that stuff, right? They could send a lot of my buyers from overseas used to send cash because I've been being certified mail because I've been selling on eBay for over 28 years, long time, right? Um, so, which is amazing because I'm only 32. So, anyway, uh, that joke always lands flat. I need to stop telling it, but I won't. So basically, they lost. Etsy lost money on Depop. It says Depop had 7 million active buyers as of the end of December, and nearly 90% of which are under the age of 34. And they have more than 3 million active sellers. But here's the thing, how active are those sellers? I don't really know how active the sellers are because I know a lot of people are going off, they're leaving, or they just have like, five things from their five things from their closet on Depop. That's really not an active seller. So, in my opinion, what eBay's plan is they're going to, yes, they're going to milk Depop for those 7 million buyers. But the problem is that a lot of the buyers on Depop are young and they don't trust eBay. They think eBay is full of scammers. They don't want to buy on eBay. They're anti-eBay. And I know that I've talked to them online, and that's the main customer of our store. So, I mean, we even had one of our employees say, "Oh, eBay, you sell on eBay? I thought that was all scams." And she's younger. So that's the problem eBay has. So they definitely need to get new buyers on their platform, but they're going to keep Depop open. Now, what does that mean? I would say most definitely they're going to raise the fees. By hook or by crook, eBay is going to come in and they are going to raise the fees. Now, since they now have two of the five main reselling platforms, because other than Facebook Marketplace, which eBay now sends their listings to, that's a whole nother thing. Other than that, um, like Nifty, they only have five marketplaces. So they have eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Etsy, and Depop. Okay, so Depop isn't even worth selling on anymore for me because everybody wants something extremely cheap. They do a lot of platforms now. Some people do, but on Depop, it's the majority of the people. So this is going to change the reselling market in a lot of ways, and not for the better because uh, Depop right now has extremely low selling fees, and so sellers were able to list items on Depop for very cheap prices, which buyers love, especially young buyers, because they don't have a lot of disposable income a lot of times when they're under 25, um, they're in college or they're still living with their parents or whatever. So they don't have a lot of income. So this is going to change. I'm very curious what eBay is going to do with it, but I don't think it's going to be good. I think Depop's fees are going to go up. I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe they'll just keep it up for a while. I really don't know, guys. I hope they pour some advertising money in it, but I don't know. So we will see. The other thing I want to talk about is if you sell Mercari, Mercari has a special shipping deal through the, I think it's the, okay, through April 16th, so the day after taxes. Okay, which is interesting. Um, but does this mean they're hurting 49-cent shipping for first class envelopes and 4.99 for UPS or FedEx? Patty, Bridget. Well, Bridget, I wasn't calling you Beth. Beth is reselling a rowboat. Um, so yeah, so that's a right. The only problem is make sure you're still listing the correct weights because we've been listing stuff because I didn't know it was temporary. And so we've been listing stuff at like 2 pounds. So once it changes back to the old shipping, we're going to be screwed. So, guys, if you don't know, uh, my North Carolina reseller meetup was with Beth and Patty, and also Valerie and um, Maggie, Barry, and I would have to remember Gina. Ha! Did I forget anybody? I think that's it. Yeah, the Mercari shipping deal is killer. What do you guys think about eBay buying Depop? I know you might not even sell on Depop, but what do you think about that? It's never good when the big platforms, the biggest platforms, start to buy the smaller platforms because it creates a monopoly. And when that happens, we have less options. And the companies that are in charge of this monopoly, right? They you don't get good deals. I mean, seller rates don't have as sellers. We're going to have to, when they raise fees, we're going to have to up our prices. We're going to have to change maybe our return policy. Who knows? That might be why Mercari is doing this 4.99 shipping deal. Or maybe they're just in trouble. I don't know where Mercari is located. Oh, taking photos. Betsy takes our photos here. Thank God. Justin will fill in sometimes. Bridget, me too. I was up all night. I was up all night. I could not sleep because my knees, because I got my cortisone shots yesterday. I iced them, but it didn't help. So I was just up all night trying to get comfortable. And so up all night for me at my age means ADHD mode times maybe six. And it's bad enough already. Betsy had to take Justin to school today. Betsy is Bobsy, in case you don't know. And she is in bed now. I said, she came in and I said, hey, uh, what are you doing? You going back to bed then? And she said, hell yeah. So yeah, that's how it goes here. You didn't think I'd want to meet you guys? Oh man, and you guys are my buddies now. Seriously, I love all of you guys. I love meeting you, and I'm one of the. You see, I do some videos that piss people off. Like I've done Nicole State a lot. I've done I've done a lot of people. I just did tech and sports. And I just did one on Resale Brothers because I disagreed with them on something, but I really do like their channel and I think they're great guys. But I disagreed with something, so I did a video. So people think I'm a bitch, but I'm not, am I? I mean, maybe a little. Oh, yeah, Depop. I mean, I used to like it until they banned my account. Then I mean, it really pissed me off because I don't like when you invest time, effort, and money into cross-listing a bunch of stuff there. And then, oh, you're done. And that's what it was. It was a lot like Amazon because Amazon does that too. Amazon can tell you you are banned, you are suspended because of a Section 3 violation. Now, I don't know if you've ever sold on Amazon, but when you get a Section 3 violation, it means basically they can suspend you for any reason they want. If you have troll dolls that have, blue hair, they can suspend you for it and say, "Oh, it's a Section 3 violation." I shit you not, guys. So I got suspended, and on one of the accounts, they kept two of the accounts. They kept quite a bit of money. And when you're a Section 3, they can do that. And they make you do appeals and appeals and appeals. You have to write these appeals or get attorneys to write appeals. And they don't accept them usually. So Amazon, oh God, don't sell on Amazon. I told Betsy I don't even want to buy on Amazon anymore because it's such a horrible business. And talk about wanting to monopolize everything. Yeah. Um, you have arthritis in your knee and the shots don't work for me. So the shots don't work for everybody. I have tried. So I've had this a long time, and mine is like I have no. It's bone on bone at this point. I have no cushion or anything in my knee. So I do the cortisone, and it works. But if I get up and move around too fast, it doesn't work. So I have to like take it and then be in bed for like the rest of that day with ice packs on my knees because I get it in both knees. And did I mention I was up all night? Uh, so I'm gonna try some. I've tried this. I swear to God, I don't know what it was called, but it was like rooster comb. They would take the same stuff that was in a rooster's comb. They would make it like in a lab or something, and then they'd inject it into your knees, and they'd inject it into your knees, and they would do it for like 8 times. You had to have 8 times, and it was supposed to like possibly rebuild cartilage. Yeah, it didn't do that. It didn't do that. So I went in and had eight shots, like eight once a week or something, and it hurt like a mother, and it didn't work. There's this other stuff. So I do the steroids to cortisone in mine, and that helped. Um, but I also did, or I'm gonna do this thing called Visco, which a friend who, oh my God, she's gone through so much shit. She has been in four major, I don't want to talk about it, but she's been in major automobile accidents. And she said, try to see if they can do this Visco stuff on you, because that is, oh yeah, bone on bone sucks. Yeah. So I had to do an arthritis channel, I think, for all of us. Resellers with arthritis. It's going to be a lot. Um, but this Visco thing, it lasts between 6 months, it's supposed to last between 6 months and a year. And what it does is you go in for one shot or you go in for three shots. Depends on, how bad it is. But it's actually supposed to go in and create the cushion that your joints would. So your cartilage would create this cushion for your knee. Um, and this Visco stuff is supposed to do that. So they're getting a run through my insurance. I'm excited that I'm hoping that it works because that would be really, really nice. I'm actually when I go to the bins, I go on my walker. I have a rolling walker, and I can't stand very long, so I have to sit down on it and roll around, and it's a pain in the ass because it's a walker. So I have to keep getting up and then sitting down, getting up and sitting down, which is good exercise, but I don't feel like good exercise. No. So, I'm thinking about actually when I was in Portland, my mom, I couldn't find her walker, and she was like in rehab last time I was in Portland. So I borrowed her wheelchair and I went in a wheelchair. That wasn't bad. Might have to get one that's a little taller so you can, reach over and dig in the. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about doing that from now on because it's just so much easier to get around uh, in a wheelchair because it's made to roll, and walkers when you sit in them are not made to roll, so it's a pain in the butt. Anyway, guys, what else is going on? We talked about Mercari shipping. I did reseller. I've been doing reseller reaction videos, and I did one on tech and sports because I didn't agree with some stuff you said. By the way, the reason she has toilet paper in her chair is because she's got a cold. She's been sneezing. She has an ear infection. The family that goes to urgent care together stays together. Everybody. I think that's about it, guys. eBay sales for us have been down. They were down for 3 weeks horribly, really, really bad. So I don't know what that's about. But they've started coming back up from like Tuesday this week, maybe. So I think eBay probably did some stupid crap to update the website again. And whenever that happens, stuff just dies. But that's part of what I did the reseller reaction video about to uh, uh, Resale Brothers. Because even though I like them, they were saying that they stopped listing for like 19 days and their sales were down 23.5%. Well, I went on my account for the same 19 days since we sell mostly the same stuff, pre-owned clothing or clothing, and I went on mine and my sales were down 22.2%. So they were saying that they're down obviously um, because they stopped listing every day. I haven't, I think that somebody made that up and everybody just kind of went with it. Said, "Oh, the algorithm said you have to list every day," but I don't know if that's true. I've been kind of questioning that, and I've had several days uh, without. The only way we're going to know is if 10 of us, right? We don't list for every day. We don't list at all, and 10 of us list every day. That's the only reason. That's the only way we're going to have the data to be able to. Valerie. That's the only way we're really going to be able to know whether listing every single day uh, increases your sales. Because if you just turn it off for 19 days or whatever, if your sales drop, how do you know it's not just a market wide problem? Like Bridget and me had our sales, die. It doesn't happen for everybody. I know who you are, smartass. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was Valerie saying it's Valerie because she's done that before. It's Valerie because I didn't know who she was the first time. So yeah, it would have to be like items because you can't just do like somebody with video games and somebody with pre-owned clothing. Completely different audience, right? Um, yeah. Beth did not dang it. 10. She didn't put her link up here, so I'm going to do it for her. 10ofheartstore.com is Beth's store. Mine is poochiesback.com. We both have all sorts of pre-owned clothing on our websites. And I also have some other cool stuff. I have a T-shirt that I absolutely love, that I absolutely love, that is, um, it's my dog logo, which is Louis, and he's, like, at the bins, and he's, like, holding up underwear, and it says, "Keep your drawers out the bins." Now, how many times have I said that? Have you guys seen my bins videos? Bins videos, I do, and I always see someone damn underwear in there, and I'm like, "Why are people donating their underwear to the Goodwill? Just why?" And then I went in one in Rockingham, and in Rockingham, they had 10 packs of used underwear that you could get. I think that's what I can't remember. And it was like 10 packs or it was 50 cents each or something, and I'm like, "I am not buying someone's used drawer. No, I'm not buying used underwear." What are your thoughts on that? Valerie? So, I've said that so many times. Keep your drawers out the bins. Keep your drawers out the bins. Never, never bought underwear at the Goodwill bins. Guess what Betsy did? Yes. I left her at the bins, right? Oh my God, nastiness. I left her at the bins and she found on her own, and she found a designer, some kind of designer. It's in the video. And she says, "Oh, guys, I'm so conflicted right now." You should be, because I say, keep yours out the bins. And here she is out here buying somebody's old drawers. Now, you know that's true. You know that's true. The last time we went, she was unsupervised too. Are you the one who said, "Oh my God, you left her unsupervised"? Somebody, the first comment that video got was, I can't believe you left her unsupervised or something. Yeah, I can't either. Because the minute I do, she's buying somebody's old drawers, and it was a man. So it was a man's old drawers. And let me ask you a question. eBay sellers, they are used underwear. Where can you sell them? Last time I checked, you could not sell used drawers on eBay. I don't know if you can sell those anywhere except possibly OnlyFans. So she bought these used drawers and donating prosthetic legs. Hmm, hmm, how interesting. I just like to let you know that in my store is, in fact, a prosthetic leg. Don't believe me? Don't believe me? I'll show you. It's even got a shoe. Now, let me go back to StreamYard. Yeah, and you know how many we've had offers on that? We've had offers on that, and I haven't sold it because it is yes, yeah, I don't know. You guys know I can't keep track of this. Okay, where was it? How did I get to Mercari? What happened? I don't know where I had it. Oh, prosthetic leg. Prosthetic liner Alps Extreme Gel millimeter, 6 millimeter with leg. Now, it's some sort of a gel liner for the leg. And eBay won't let you sell medical equipment, right? They won't let you sell medical equipment. Bridget, you do not. Because I know we've had this one for like for so long. Um, Dre's kid found it, and I was like, "That's really cool." And so I looked it up, and I was like, "Holy crap! These sell." Yeah, yeah, one shoe at a time. Yep, I have some. Now, Beth, if you had been here earlier, look at Beth. Why is there a roll of toilet paper in Popsy's chair? She has a cold. She has a cold. Do you really sell prosthetic legs, Bridget? Damn. I'm gonna send you ours now. You sell ours because we can't sell ours. We need to just recreate the listing and sell it cheaper. Because I mean, my God, if the fire department ever has to like come and rescue us from this house and they find a prosthetic leg, they're gonna go running around the house looking for the one leg person inside. And there is none. There is none. There is none. What gives her diarrhea? What gives her diarrhea? It's because she has a cold and oh my God. Well, I mean, you don't find them often, sadly. But Betsy has a bad ear infection. She had to have her ears flushed and scraped. So it was a lot of pain at the urgent care. And she's just sneezing a lot and blowing her nose a lot. Now, this is one of those things that it depends on who you are, whether it's sadly. Because I think the ones that the prosthetic leg is theirs, they're glad you don't find theirs often. Oh, it's all which side of the fence you're sitting on. If I had a prosthetic leg, I would hold on to it dearly. Um, yeah, we haven't sold this one. I think we just need to lower it. We had a huge yeah, right? It's a flex. Look at all the TP we have. We have so much TP we're blowing our noses with it up in here. Whoop whoop. What a flex that is. Yes, it is easier than Kleenex. And since we don't have like, you know, uh, we don't need aloe vera. She doesn't need aloe vera or anything that's Kleenex to make your nose fine. Um, she just doesn't. I have Did you guys hear? I got my knee shots, and then I got this medication for my lips because I was finally diagnosed. See, this is like one of those eczema patches that I only start to get in cold weather in the winter in my elderly years here, which I am. I think I'm in my elderly years. So uh, I only started getting this stuff lately. So I have dermatitis of the lips. So I have to put this on it. This is a medicine, a thin layer, and then I got to put aqua lip repair, not lip repair, and then or Vaseline. A friend recommended Vaseline. So Patty, you're so damn happy. Patty went on some sort of a fun-looking road trip lately. Do you go on those often? I love going on road trips. We went to one. We went to see a friend the last time we went to the Charlotte Bins. We have a friend there now. We have a friend. And she said, like, when we go there, we can stay overnight at her house. Awesome, right? And then just do the bins and That's pretty cool, right? So, um, the last time we went though, she's it's a long story. She's moving out and then moving back in because they're gonna do some special stuff to her house. The landlords are they're gonna rebuild it for ADA, and so she said we could stay at her house. So last time we went, she's a culinary school graduate who used to have her own restaurant and uh, decided she was going to cook for us and make snacks for us. And if you know anything about Bopsy and me, we are fat girls. We are like, bring it on. I can't eat that much anymore. I don't know why, but the doctor yesterday, the knee shot doctor, even said I look like I've lost weight. Thank you very much. Um, but then I stepped on the scale on the way out of the building because I'm like, ooh, have I lost weight? I have a scale here, but I mean, it's hard to get to where our cat is now. But God, I mean, this video, it's going to be 2 hours long by the time we're done. Um, but I tried to step on the scale and they had it programmed to something else. So I literally stepped on the scale and it said 1,431. Can you imagine stepping on the scale and having it say something like 1,431? So I'm walking out of the doctor's office and I looked over at the nurses and I'm like, your scale's broken. It just said I weighed 3/4 of a ton. Oh my God. That's the one thing you don't want to see when you step on a scale, right? God, I could not believe that. So, what are you guys doing today? I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. I'm so glad I have so many people here. I don't usually have that many for my lives, but what are you guys doing today? Who's going thrifting? Probably 10 kilograms. Well, don't say that because then people will start, you know, calculating it out, find out how fat I am. No, no, you don't want that. No, no, don't do that, everybody. No, 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 no. Protect. No, no, we're gonna just take. No, 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 no. 2.2 pounds. Okay, you're making me really nervous. So how would I do that? No, it can't be. Because that would mean I weigh approximately 600 to 700 pounds. God, no wonder I have arthritis in my knees. Holy crap. Um, yeah, it was, I don't know what it was. I think it was ounces. I'm just going to say it was ounces. So I think we should lose this. What do you guys divide? No, it definitely wasn't that. It definitely, wait a minute. Yeah, that would make me 650 pounds. I am not going on record for the record of being the heaviest reseller in the world. Um, so, who's thrifting today? Who's thrifting? Anybody? I'm going to work on some YouTube stuff. Now, I have 3 YouTube channels. Poochie's Pickers. Hold on, I'm going to give you the Poochie's Pickers, Poochie's Pack, and Pop Fuse TV. Now, Pop Fuse TV is all entertainment like stuff, and I love it because I used to be in radio and I used to have a memorabilia company, and I met tons and tons of celebrities, and I absolutely love it. But there's no way I could do that anymore because short knees. And everybody from Val Kilmer, John Travolta, Mel Gibson, asshole. He's an asshole. Um, Trying to think of who else I met. J Lo, Tony Curtis. I love meeting Tony Curtis. I actually went to Tony Curtis's funeral in Las Vegas. Eddie Van Halen, met a lot of people. Anyway, so that was fun. So I love the Pop Fuse TV channel. Bowling sounds fun. If I had cartilage in my knees and I didn't, last time I went bowling, I threw my back out. You know how that is, right? When we get older, you can't do shit without throwing something out. So I went bowling and I threw my back out. I had to go to physical therapy. And then once I got out of my pickup truck on a hill, it was like not even a hill, it was a parking lot at our auction company. And I just got up and I had to like drop down a little bit because, the truck and the way I was parked and my little short legs. Threw my back out again and had to go to physical therapy again. Oh, so, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. But if you would think good thoughts for my mama, um, I'm very close to my mom. I don't talk about her a lot, but she was in the hospital again. She has lung cancer and just went through um, radiation treatment, not chemo, but radiation treatment because he didn't think chemo would work for her, and she's too old to have surgery. She's 89. So I would appreciate prayers or positive thoughts for her. She's in rehab. And as always, the rehab people are saying, "Oh, well, we just don't feel that she's going to be safe coming home. I have to go." Okay, I will make it safe for her. I will have caregivers in her house because my mom, I feel like our people, our grandparents, and our parents deserve to stay in their homes as long as possible. And I know that Patty does stuff for her mom. She was taking her mom to an appointment or something the other day, and Beth does caregiving for her parents. So I think it's the most rewarding but thankless job in the world is to be a caregiver. So I've done it for my grandparents on my mom's side, and I did it for my dad. Made sure my dad got to stay in his home until he passed away. And thank you, Patty. I appreciate it. And I'm worried about my mom because she's not bouncing back this time as much. She's 89. She's got lung cancer, and it's just thank you. It is just this is the last of my family. I've always been the one to take care of them when they've needed me, either from like my mom's in Portland, so I do it from afar. I fly back there uh, when I need to or when I can, and I'm just hoping we can get her out. And she's got really, really good caregivers. She has really good caregivers that are affordable. She's very lucky. We worked very hard at getting her affordable caregivers. And if you think I'm a hoot, where do you think I get it from? I get it from my mom, and I get it from her mom, which I will show you my gram. That's my grandma on a hippie hop, bouncing around playing with those kids in a park. She used to always take us to parks. So the reason I am as weird and crazy as I am, they taught me. They taught me how to be. My grandma used to take me thrifting. We used to go to, it was called the Goodwill As Is. There were no Goodwill bins back in the day, folks. It was Goodwill As Is. And I was going there. I say I've been thrifting for over 50 years, but uh, I actually think that it's been over 55 now because I'm 50, I'm 59. And I know that I was thrifting when I was 3 and 4 years old. I was going there so yeah, that's the thing about caregivers. Gotta be really careful. I have cameras in my mom's house. They have sound. I can monitor the caregivers. I am in contact with the caregivers. And when I find one that is not good, um, they go. There's also a problem of no-shows with caregivers. So it's really hard to get them that are affordable and good. But thank God I have some for my mom. And My mom is like me, except she's just, she is, people say, your mother. And I'm like, yes, I know she's a character. So people like her. So that's, a good thing. Her caregivers like her and do nice things for her and, go above and beyond. They came in when she was in rehab. I asked them to come in and clean her house. So it's hard to get them, but we put an ad actually on Craigslist, which is big in Portland, which is where she is. And we had several people apply, got a couple corkers, but then we got some who were really, really good, and she has them now. So she is blessed, but she's having a little hard time. So I always like to ask for prayers and good thoughts for mommy because it's very important to me. Anyway, I'm like, she's very important to me, and I don't have a picture, but the pictures I had on my desk disappeared. Oh, this one's hilarious. You guys are gonna love this. I have a couple of her. Here's Cece. Now that you guys know Justin, you see him in the videos. That's his mommy, and his mommy passed away when he was 17 months old. So not long after this picture was taken, and so I raised him. I adopted him and raised him and his brother. Um, but this is me and my mom. That is at Willamette Falls in Oregon City, Oregon. Can you tell? She's a badass. I'm going to have to do a video about my mom sometime. She is a badass. She was the first woman. She was an Avon lady for over 50 years. She was the top saleswoman for Revlon in Portland, Oregon, the biggest mall in Portland, Oregon in the 70s. She's got attitude. Where do you think I got mine from? Uh, and she was the first woman to work on a blacktop paving crew in all of Oregon, I think, and I believe maybe all of the West Coast because it was in the 50s that she started doing it. Pretty impressive because working on a blacktop crew, doing roads, that's not easy. Then she worked at the paper mill and had to carry like 70-pound and 90-pound things around. So my mom was a tough cookie. She still is. That's why she's still alive. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I hope you have a great day. I'm gonna pop on and do these when I can. Make sure I love that your grandma was a badass Rose the Riveter. I love that. Those people kept our country, you know, with, without the sacrifices from people from World War II. You know, where would we be now? We all say, eins, zwei, drei, vier, instead of one, two, three, four. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for joining me. I had a great time chatting with you. We'll have to do it again soon. And Beth and I are going to do a video and talking about Shopify, hopefully soon. And I will have to get like earbuds or some sort of thing so we don't have feedback like we did last time before we do that. So, yeah, tough cookie. That's right. Uh, anyway, guys, I will talk to you. I thought we were. I looked up SEO for the whole store and SMS. Beth, where you been? Uh, so yeah, I want to do another one. Yeah, I mean we can just talk about it and schedule whenever. Um, so I will talk to you later, guys. Make sure that you like this video. Yes, smash that thumbs up. And we'll see you later. Have a good day. Have a really, really good day. Have an amazing day. Have an awesome day. May the stars be ever in your favor. I think that's, I don't know. May the odds be ever in your favor. That's it. Bye, guys.